Another one of your elements of your hiku4 hand is that loose, relaxed whipping action of your hand. Rather than like a stiff 2x4, it's a whipping, cutting motion. I'm going to do some startle drills. And the startle, like I mentioned before, is just like your reaction to something that startles you. It's called startle. Firecracker going off under you, or someone jumps out and says boo, instead of jumping back, you go into a strike. And we're going to be able to control and harness the tremendous speed and power you can get from the startle into our self-defense situation, self-defense hiku4 hand. One of our startle drills, start off with your hands are on the table, relax your body, grasp the air just like we did before. As we come up, we kind of lower our body, then we go back down into a, we can do a strike or just touch the table. Very quick. Grasp the air, we're going to get up as quick as you can, and back as quick as you can. As you come back, your hands kind of spread, your fingers spread, and your hands end up in this position. Very quick. And you can start to feel the startle throughout your body. It's not just something that can happen in your hands and your arms. The startle is actually going throughout your entire body. Okay, now let's do the same drill, but instead of coming back on the table, we're going to go into a strike. We're going to grasp the air and strike with the arm, hand cross. Very quick strike. There's a whipping motion in there, the proper hiku4 hand, everything working together for you. Kind of slow. You can do it slow sometimes just to get the feel of it. You want that slow, relaxed. You can speed it up to a quick, relaxed. Okay, here's another drill to work your startle and to speed you up. Call it the racing drill. This is one of my favorites. A lot of people's favorites here. And what we're doing here is, remember, I mentioned your body likes to stay in equilibrium. So what I'm going to try here is this. Start out like this. Get the proper angle here. You see the best. This hand is going to come and touch my chest while this hand goes out to touch or to strike a target. But the idea here is they're racing each other. This hand is trying to beat this hand out, but this hand wants to beat this hand, so they're racing. And they'll get there about the same time, because your body likes to keep in equilibrium. It does not like things going off in different angles. And this will tremendously speed up your hand. You start out like here, go there, use both arms, and come in a little. After doing that for a while, you can find out your strikes are getting faster. You can get to where you're almost touching your chest, and you're still fast. You're still racing, you're still getting there at the same time. It's really an amazing little drill, and it'll dramatically increase your speed. Not only this, but I have applications where I utilize this racing drill in a lot of different things, in shooting and stick fighting and a lot of things. But for right now, on the hiku4 hand, start out here, work at your racing, and then slow, it's really a race. And then as you get faster with that, you bring it in. Do a few others and really bring it in close. You don't need to do hundreds of these a day. I hope you guys don't want people elbows all blown out because they're overtraining on something that really isn't required. I do 4 or 5 like this, bring it in 4 or 5 each time, and another 4 or 5 in here. That's pretty much all you'll need to do. If you want to do a little more, that's okay. Just don't get into I'm going to do 50 a day or 100 a day or anything like that. You're just going to wind up getting all sore and maybe injuring your elbows and shoulders and everything. Here's another, called grasping the shirt. For whatever reason you're holding your shirt, you just kind of grasp the shirt just like you grasp the table. Go into a strike, crossing your arms. You do it from here, you can do it from here. There's another little drill you can do to help speed yourself up. And I mentioned it before, as you do your strike, you don't want to leave it out there. You're coming back as quickly as possible. You're doing your strike, and you come back. Come back and ready for anything else. You might need to strike this guy again. You might have another situation over here you need to take care of. Another problem. Leave your strike out there. It's apt to be broke. Once we get into our jiu-jitsu systems, you'll see all kinds of wrist locks and arm locks. We can easily break someone's arm if you can grab a hold of it. You don't want to leave it out there to be victimized like that. And you don't want to hyperextend it either. The arm is not hyperextended. It's straight, kind of straight, a little bit of bend in there. So you come in there and it's kind of not hyperextended, but it is straight. I want to do a freeze drill. Called a freeze drill. So now when you do the strike, kind of freeze the action there. Artificially, you're not going to really do this like I said before. You really want to strike and come back in. And once in a while, you want to freeze just to make sure everything's everything. Let your thumb up, let your hand relaxed. Another important thing, your elbow needs to be pointed down. All your force going in. If your elbow's kind of cattywampus a little bit that way, you could cause some trauma to your elbow. So you want the elbow down, thumb up, fingers relaxed. Not all the way up. It's just almost touching the index finger. Okay, now we're gonna work our step in. This is gonna be like a natural step. Just step in. Your back foot, your front foot pointing directly at your target. And your back foot just kind of backs it up, twirls around and backs it up a little. So on a strike, that can be what you're looking for. You want to freeze the action, thumb up, elbow down, foot pointed directly at your target. Get back and choose your foot. That's what you want. Practice it slow and relaxed so you get the feel of it. We're going to speed it up a little bit.
Side.
From the side. It's just kind of like walking. Like I said, there'll be no weird contortions you're going to need to do in order to do kuda, the kuda hand. In fact, the whole system, you don't need anything other than average flexibility. You don't even need average flexibility. You can do without average flexibility. Do a lot of stretching. I'm not saying stretching is not good for you. Go ahead and do some stretching. Integrate that in your PT program, but you're not going to have to be any kind of Chinese acrobat to do that kuda. Just like I'm walking. You can walk. You can do the hakuda.
Use the other.
Try.
There you go.
If you walk, you can do it. Now we're going to add a little bit to it. Now that's slow and relaxed, just get the motion. This is, I hope this will come out of these. Warm up somewhere. This is called a knee pop. Another quick motion that your body can do that we're going to integrate into something that's a little slower in order to speed up our step into our stride. And a knee pop is just a quick motion. Your knee goes in and out, like grasping of the table, grasping of the air. Your knee goes in and out, out and in, real quick. Just a little knee pop. You can practice with both knees. Make sure you pop your knee and not your hips and everything. It's very quick. Now I'm going to integrate that. I'm going to use my knee pop for a quick step. A lot quicker than you can do normally. If I want to step as fast as I can get there to a degree of speed, but nothing like I can if I'm doing a knee pop. So get your hand back as you're ready for anything else that might be coming down the pipe. A short little review, what we just did. Glide, you want to kind of glide in, not hop. Because a lot of people have a tendency to kind of hop. Can't hardly do it anymore. Used to be pretty bad at it myself, but kind of glide in, your body naturally, your rear body kind of naturally glides in. And you're going to do it for a little knee pop. The same thing, only a lot faster. Glide in, do your knee pop. The next element is the front foot will actually stomp down as you're doing your strike. So, knee pop, glide in. You can really hear it stomping on this carpet. And just do a little extra stomp. You can really hear it, but you want to stomp that foot as you're going in. That's going to give you a lot more power, a lot more speed at the moment of contact. This is kind of a standard thing in a lot of systems. It works for us like everyone else. If this is what I want to strike, I'm going to actually be striking back here. It's penetration. Strike through my target and not right at the end. I'm not going to be striking on the surface. If that was a person there, I'd be striking through him. I want to strike back here. If this is what I want to hit. Penetration is pretty much a standard thing. Okay. Now we're going to put all these elements together into an actual kuta strike. This is going to be an uppercut application. Everything pretty much say you're relaxed, your hands are down at your side. You need to fire off a kuta strike for whatever reason. Basically, that was it. You come up, slow it down a little bit, you come up, you do your step, you grasp the air, all those little elements I brought before, and you're coming up just like you're going to shake someone's hand. You go under and into their body.
You have a target?
Crossing for the hand. Yeah, bring me a target up here. Warren? Okay, Warren's my bad guy. A little bit. Get in the camera here. Oh, Warren's too tall. You get the idea though.
Okay.
Now,
Still see that.
idea here is, so I'm going to shake his hand. Whenever I come up, it's an uppercut. This is a good strike in a lot of ways in that you can't really see my hands coming out of his field of vision. You can see up here, if I were to raise my hands in some kind of fighting posture, now he knows something's going to happen, so he can prepare for it. But if I just come up underneath, I can go ahead and strike, kind of a stealth strike mode, and you won't see it coming from under his field of vision. And it don't have to be to the head, it could be the center of his body. It could be either whatever target's available. Whatever I hit, it's going to be damaged in hakuda. One thing I'll go ahead and cover now while we're on it, when you work in the role playing, it's kind of called role playing. He's a bad guy, he role plays, and I'm the good guy. In this instance, we swap off, I'll be the bad guy, he'll be the good guy. What we want to do in these kind of drills is just get the idea of working with the person, the dynamics of that. We can maybe one day work it where we get all kinds of protective gear and coverings and things, so we do more powerful strikes. You don't want to hurt your opponent, you don't want to like stop right prior to hitting. Go ahead and stop and drive through, give you the idea of penetration. You want to ingrain that into your mind, so wherever you're striking, you want to drive through on that. We'll do a little class here on bag work. You want to work as much as you can against stuff like this, develop your strength and your power. Here we have a homemade hakuda bag. This is from the I think Doc Lee originally designed this. Al has one, I made one. I think Warren has one. But basically what you're looking at is boat pads. Very thick, like 3 inches of padding, and 2.5, 3 inches of padding. A boat seat cushion. And then we got some plywood after that, 1/4 to 3/4 inches. Another thick boat pad. Now we got some more plywood. Then a final boat pad, and we took about half the padding out of this one. So you'll have something tough to strike against or actually feel it, develop some skills. Develop some toughness in your hands. And here you can loop this around your head, move it around for protection. I'm going to use it like that. Put it all together with duct tape. That seems to be the thing that works the best. Now you can get some straps sewn together, make it look real nice, and that is one thing you can do, but duct tape seems to work the best for me. Now, the advantage of the hiku4 bag striking the pad versus a lot of others is it's big and flat, as I said, because we want to work on gross motor skills over our fine motor skills. Gross motor skills are those involved in things like walking. Your fine motor skills are designed for things like threading a needle, changing a watch battery, that kind of thing. Now, what happens in case studies, we found thousands and thousands of them, is that when you're under severe stress, such as a life and death situation, your fine motor skills will go south. You won't have those really available to you. The only thing you're going to have are your gross motor skills. So if you have a fighting system designed around fine motor skills, you might be in big trouble. Push comes to shove. You want to work with gross motor skills, and this is a good way to do it. Bungee cord it to a heavy bag, or get you something big to strike with. Not this, get something. A heavy bag would be good. An air shield maybe, somebody holding that. There's a lot of options you have, but work your gross motor skills over your fine motor skills. That's what's most important.
You got it.
Okay. Now we're going to work some drills with the bag. I got Warren here, so I'll go ahead and utilize him. I have a bag out, a water bag I could hook up real quick and use that if I have to. This is called what I call a leaning power Pisa drill. Basically, it's designed to get your body weight into your target. So I'm going to lean into him. I'm leaning almost, this is just a drill, this is how you actually would strike. I'm going to be like leaning over, or I'm about to fall over. I'm going to get my entire body weight into my target. I'm going to do it real light since I got a person here. That's what I want. I'm going to get my body weight into the target. I'm going to do both hands. I'm stepping in, I'm doing the hiku4 fist, hiku4 hand, and I'm leaning in. Leaning power Pisa drill. Just start light, kind of like what I'm doing now, then build up your speed and power as it develops safely. Don't injure yourself doing this. And that uppercut application I used earlier, now we're going to use it with a bag. Kind of lean. We got a bag out, same thing, like I'm going to shake his hand. I'm going to come in and do a hiku4 fist. I'm going to bring my hand back. All those little elements that I did earlier, quick step, all that kind of stuff goes into it. I can't hit real hard or penetrate real deep with a person. You can get mad at me. Sooner or later I'll be holding the bag. That's what you want to do. So uppercut, start off easy, and build up power as you want. Make sure you bring your hand back, leave it laying out there. I'm going real light. Build up power as and speed as it develops. Okay, now we're going to, I mentioned if you want to increase or decrease the power of your hiku4 strike, we kind of worked it all together. If we want to decrease our power, we're going to subtract these different elements. Okay, one thing, we're going to get our body, all we want to do is just stun them a little bit. So you just irritate me. We just hit him with the hiku4 fist without leaning into him or anything like that. If we want to put a little more into it, we go ahead and lean, get some of our body weight into it. If we want a little more, we're going to go ahead and step, get that twisting motion into it. Probably feeling a little more. As I'm going on. I mean, that's how you add and subtract your power and speed. If you want to really, if this is a deadly force situation, you got to go full power. I'm not hitting him hard. Full power. I want to penetrate. I'm going to hit past him. Do all the different things. If it's not deadly force, I may just want to just jolt him a little. Like that just gives attention. Maybe stun him a little bit. That's how you increase or decrease your power and speed based upon the situation. But still, I still recommend, highly recommend, do not use hiku4 in a non-deadly force situation if you've got other options available. If that's the only thing you got in your bag of tricks is hiku4, then do it with just the hand, maybe a little bit of body weight, not much startle, and if you want to put more serious, do the startle and get full power into them.